But we ain't telling you can't hump on Spitting Policies Day. So
you probably would want to.
Yeah.
Good catch.
It's good.
You probably would want to hump on.
That's what I said. We ain't telling you you can't hump on Spitting Policies Day.
Yes.
You know, name it after us. Shit. So, man, we gonna jump right up in here. I know it was traffic. That's why we a few minutes late on the internet, not in the street. So we gonna Trev, we gonna do the check-ins, man, and we're gonna see how you doing.
I was hoping that you guys would skip over me with how my week was, but I'll tell you this: come hell or high water, I'm prepared for it. God, I'm praying and praising right now.
That's right.
I'm praying and praising. I'm working back from the future. I know God got something for me because right before you give birth to something great, God gives you some labor pains, and trust me, I'm pushing.
Damn. I ain't never felt a labor pain. I know I heard they hard.
Hey, I know I'm going to give something great.
Give a water birth around this motherfucker. We need a water birth.
Yeah, man. Break the water, Lord.
You don't even know about real
I must be crowning right about now. I must be crowning because,
yeah. How many centimeters?
So many centimeters.
I got to be around 6.5.
Get ready to push.
Before you give birth to anything great, God gonna let you go through some labor pains. And trust me,
absolutely.
I mean, since the Spitting Policies Day before last, man. When I tell you, I got a lot on my plate. I just thank God it's porcelain. It ain't a paper plate.
It can hold the weight.
I can hold the weight.
It can hold the weight.
I gotta eat from it. That's all.
That's right.
I got a lot on my plate and I'm eating from it. I'm still finding myself.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna go next because we have a special guest in studio tonight, and she's a friend of Kanoon. So I'm gonna let him check in last and then introduce her. Well, yeah, but now she's a friend of the show because we've been introduced, so she family now. Mm-hmm. But you know a little bit more about her than we do, so that's why I said I'm gonna let you introduce her. But my week has been good, trying, but good. God is good. So, Kanoon, how's your week, bro?
If I cried, y'all didn't see me. You know what I mean?
You cried in the car.
Know what I mean? I cried in the car. You know how we do. But everything is a blessing, bro. I consider it a blessing to persevere through triumph. I mean, we can't do nothing else but to do that,
man.
But we here for this show, and y'all can see the title of the show on the screen. Understanding yourself. And so we brought a special guest in.
Special. She's special, y'all.
As
long as she's special, not special.
yeah.
But might be a little
special, like a special bus, y'all.
You talking about?
You know what I mean?
But she is special. We brought Jamie Kirk in, and she is I want to say she is the relationship guru. I'm going to call her that.
Guru?
Yeah, I'm going to call her the relationship guru.
That's you.
She is a therapist, y'all. She is a therapist.
Guru.
She got out 3 books that's critically acclaimed. 3 of them. Critically acclaimed books. So the bestseller on Amazon, we picking up all of that. Yeah. We doing it all, y'all.
That's right.
We brought you Jamie Kirk.
Wow.
In Jamie.
Yeah.
Let's get around
tell him more, Jamie. Tell him more, Jamie.
Tell us what you've done.
You just check in.
I got 2 questions at one time. What's
no, I'm just saying, just tell them how you feeling.
You know what?
How's your week going?
I'm feeling blessed, and my week, I'm just reminded that all things good and bad works for my good.
See, she
done
already dropped some shoes, y'all.
Y'all
get y'all pen and pad.
Yeah.
Because it's one of them shows.
Right.
Get your pen and pad because it's one of them shows.
Not only that, but send the money because y'all getting, y'all got to pay.
Yeah.
For this information.
What's your Cash App, Jamie? They're going to give you.
Cash App J Kirk 82. Go ahead take donations. Take donations.
If you find something of value, go ahead and Cash App Jamie.
Yeah.
But Jamie's week has been good. You already said your week has been good, right?
Wait.
So no,
leave?
I've been drinking.
Okay, I was just wondering, did you step out the room for me?
No, that's the book we have. The book we have. We're going to show it a little later. We want to show the book. The book is about relationships, right? So, we're going to delve into relationships. Well, we might as well do it now, y'all. We here.
Yeah, we here. Yeah, for at least an hour.
Please tell us one of the main things that will prevent someone from having a healthy relationship because of their past or their what they struggle with within themselves.
Well, you know, we always got to go to childhood, and so with my workbook it's called the Relationship Workbook. It's actually based off my memoir that talks about some of the childhood trauma that I went through. You wouldn't believe when I talk about childhood trauma, like my mom and dad were gangbangers, drug dealers, prostitutes, all of that. And so you can imagine what I went through as a child. And so being a therapist and teaching people that your childhood is actually what defines your adulthood. You know, I found myself being a people pleaser. I found myself being the life of the party, even though I cried at night. Why? Because I was used to just trying to get people to love me because the people that were supposed to love me was out of my life. And so when I created this workbook, I learned that our childhood dictates how we look at relationships. Whether you have mother and father, just mother or father, you're going to have some issues with developing healthy relationships. You're either going to expect too much or not expect enough. And so that's really what kind of pushed me into kind of helping people just working on a relationship with yourself, because how you create attachments, how you set boundaries, how you communicate, how you deal with conflict, how you even feel about yourself is going to determine how you love somebody and how you allow somebody to love you.
Wow, that was awesome because like we said, you know, a lot of people are they're in an unhealthy relationship with themselves. And sometimes they don't realize it. And it's very difficult to address a problem that you don't first address. Some people don't even realize they have a problem.
They don't.
So that's one thing about the body. If you have a cut on your finger, it's going to let you know because of the pain.
Yes.
If you're coughing too much, if you're sneezing too much, they let you know that there may be an infection. So a lot of people are functioning on a day-to-day basis, not realizing that, you know what, you're not supposed to be sneezing that much. You're not supposed to be bleeding that much. You're not supposed to be. There's something that's going on that some people have a tendency to look past or get used to and not realize that they're having an unhealthy issue somewhere.
But Trevor, you know, actually, your body do tell you.
No, what I'm saying is your body tells you.
It does tell you, just people don't know how to recognize it. So, like, if you get a cut, pain, blood shows you that you're injured
in that area.
Yes.
Yeah.
But irritability, being unable to regulate your emotions, easily triggered, just being offended by everything. Those are wounds. Those are
wounds, but a lot of people don't realize that those are wounds. Yes. A lot of people believe that that's the way they function and it's supposed to be. And in all actuality, if there's something that can get you out of your peace, that's what controls you.
Yes.
And they don't realize. A lot of us don't realize that. And I appreciate you being here and sharing that.
I wanted to show the cover of Jamie's book. And Jamie, if you could tell us where to get this book. I know it's early to be doing sales pitches and everything like that, but if you can, and it's all over my face, you know, we're gonna have to get a new book. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But if we could just speak to where they can get this book, because you're going to be dropping so many jewels right now, and people need to know where they can get the help.
Well, the workbook can be purchased on my website at www.thejamiekirk.com. That way you can actually access all my workbooks. Because my first workbook was a goal setting workbook for people that struggle with accomplishing their goals.
Oh yeah, I'm a goal setter, baby.
Right, but you know what, Canoe? What I found out
After reading that book, I was a goal setter.
But what I found out is some people didn't even know themselves and didn't even know what they wanted to do with their lives, so they had no goals.
Uh-huh.
And that's what the relationship workbook helps.
So I have to ask you a question. This is a men's show. Mm-hmm. So I have to ask you a question. What do you find, and maybe in your dating experience or in your therapy experience, what do you find men suffer with the most in relationships and dealing with past traumas? What do you think it is that men suffer most with?
Strong mothers.
Explain. Go give me a little.
Being a single mother, you show your mom that, or you show your child that, I could do it all on my own. I don't need help. I could do it by myself. So then when you get into a relationship, I don't need help. I could do it by myself. Right? And so that goes on two things. That goes negative for the man because I'm not needed. I'm not needed in a relationship. I'm not needed because why? I can do it myself. I don't need nobody. I don't need help. Right? And then as a mother, everything is all on yourself. So now you burning yourself out. You don't have the capacity for your children, for your community, for your family, because you could do it by yourself. And you push people away because you don't show as you need people when in reality, I need
my helpmate, y'all.
Yes, I need
you, baby.
Help me.
And so there's a difference between needy and being needed.
One of the things that came, that I often think about especially when you said that statement, be a person that, I'm gonna say this for women, be a woman that a man needs, not a woman that needs a man.
Exactly. Needy versus needed. I may not need your finances, but I need your support. I need you to encourage me when I'm not feeling my best. I need you to push me when I'm just not feeling good enough. When I'm having some insecurity, that's all I need. I may not need your finance. I need your love. And vice versa for a man. Most men don't need a woman's money. Let's be honest. Yeah. Most men don't need a woman's money. They need that woman to say, you could do it. And when they feel
a cheerleader,
right? And when they don't see a way, hey, maybe I have another way.
Yeah.
Hey, have you tried this? Let's do this. Some resources. Help me. And a lot of my clients first look at me when I say, run your relationship like a business.
Thank you so much.
We in love already, y'all.
Right. And so you look at me.
It is a business.
Right. And you look at me funny when I say that because you think of money. When I say this to men, money. But let's be honest. If your business is not successful, it ain't making no money. Thank
you so much. But, well, the thing is that the money is one thing, but I said this a few years ago. Marriage is a business. It's the first business that God had blessed and anointed. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, Adam first received the job, mission, vision, and purpose, and then she was supposed to help him meet the job, mission, and vision and purpose that God had for him with her back at his side. So now you're going to spearhead the direction in which you're going in, but she is equipped and she is built and she is suitable to help you fulfill it.
Yes.
And if she's not able to fulfill it right now, you just like her, but she's not equipped to fulfill what you need to get done because she's wired that way.
Yes.
I appreciate you saying that. I'm with you.
But see, I'm gonna go deeper than that.
Go swimming deep.
Well, talk to the people about it.
Go to 12. Go to 12.
I'm not. You know what? No, I'm not even gonna go that deep. I want to pull it back because people don't go that deep. See, think of me and you as business partners. You CEO, CFO. You have your part for the mission of the business. I have my part for the mission of the business. I need to focus on my part from the mission. You focus on your part. If there's any problem on my part, we communicate. If there's any problem on your part, we communicate. If there's any problem in the business, the owners communicate. Now, the managers, they find out. And when I look at managers, I look at our family, our parents. There's our managers, right? They find out what we decide. They don't know all of the drama that we're going through in the business. They don't know all of the stuff we're going into the business. They know what we decide in the business. Okay, this is what's going on. This is how we decide we're going to run it. We're going to tell our managers, our parents, this is how we're going to run the business. The managers tell the employees, friends and families or whatever. That's how business goes. But we tell our friends and family how we're going to run it. We don't tell them the problems that occur within the business. We discuss the problems within the business and the solutions within the business that's going to benefit the business, that's going to get us to our mission. And usually the mission should be very simple. We're going to be sitting outside on the porch with our teeth in a cup.
That was cute.
That was cute. Yeah. It reminds me of my grandparents. Yeah, it reminds me of my grandparents. But how do I want to ask you a question? How do we as men deal with because we talk about our past traumas, how do we as men deal with our past traumas, and how do women deal with their past traumas, where we now can have a healthier relationship with self and with our potential partner?
First is acknowledging that you're not perfect, acknowledging that you're flawed, acknowledging your attachment styles. Because first off, we don't realize how we attach to people. Sometimes we have an anxious attachment that makes us insecure, that causes conflict in relationships that's not needed. And then we got to look at our boundary styles. What boundaries are we setting?
I like that.
What boundaries are we truly setting with ourselves and others?
That's important in any business.
Yeah,
you have to have terms, limitations, and boundaries.
We have Terry. If you could read that, Trevor, please.
Can you see cameras in the way?
I want to stir the pot. So is she saying?
I want to stir the pot. So she. I can't see it.
Go ahead, Kevin. Please read the
So is she saying
comment.
there's two head managers?
Yeah, he's trying to stir the pot.
Are there two head managers of your department? Yes. The CEO and the CFO are two different departments. Whatever you're good at in your relationship, that's what you manage. Whatever your partner is good at, that's what they manage.
I agree. I agree. Whatever is your area of expertise, that's your position. That's your role.
Right? Yes.
Yeah. Whatever is your area of expertise. If you're better at one thing than I am, then I believe that is your role. Terry said,
she said two heads can cause a lot of confusion.
No, communication.
No. I apologize, because there can be only one head. And
I wonder who has that.
Yeah, and I would say
but see, here we go in the relationship. Here we go. We talk about the relationship because we want men to be the head. We want them to be the follower. I mean, the leaders.
Yeah,
we want them to be the leaders.
That's a Freudian slip there.
Freudian slip there. No, because I want to say we want women to be the followers. You know what I'm saying? But we want men to be the leaders. However, we have to trust where our men are leading us to.
Okay, so in saying that, then we as men we carry on a significant burden with not being able to identify who and how we are.
Yes,
we gotta be willing to accept our shortcomings, so that we have a suitable helpmate that can love the hell out of us, so that we can see clearly to fulfill our job, mission, vision, and purpose. So once we know what that is, we also, and women also, we also have to be worthy of being a leader. A woman has to see us as worthy of being a leader, and we as men also have to have a woman that has the capability and is worthy of being a director and sharing a different perspective while being submissive.
Yes.
But sometimes the roles change because you have those men that are being led by women. You know, so
Sips. We call them that.
That's unhealthy. I believe that's unhealthy.
They call
because
but a lot of that comes from not being led correctly through childhood, not having that love and that affection, and just looking for someone to lead and guide them as they should have been growing up.
And that's the catch-22 situation, because we were talking about how people that are loving themselves, well, unhealthily loving themselves. You know, you loving yourself ain't the way you love you ain't healthy.
But what does that look like?
Okay, for
No,
example, I can share.
Go ahead.
I can share. Okay, if you don't know and understand your own pattern of behavior and you continue to do the same thing, that's unhealthy.
Yeah.
Not recognizing where there's an issue within you or your spirit and not addressing it, taking care of it, or receiving therapy, like one of the messages just said. That's not, I'm not gonna say it's not loving yourself, but you haven't identified with where you haven't.
Exactly.
Another means of not loving yourself is the people and the choices that you make, whether it be in terms of a relationship or how you function on a day to day. If you get out of if you get too emotional, or better yet, something else controls your emotion other than yourself, that's not.
But you know how
not understanding who you are, not necessarily your job, but what your purpose in life is.
Yeah.
If you don't put your purpose first,
Yes.
anything else can deter you from it.
But do you know how many people are hurting?
Yep.
Not knowing, stuck, blind, no identity. And that's where we at.
They don't even know where they are.
But then also, do we know how many people are undiagnosed with mental illness?
And there's not a light that flashes across your forehead in red,
They
or
say
your nose
they
gonna
say
light
I
up
was
in blue,
diagnosed, but I
saying
was.
that you
I don't remember.
You was
you was
diagnosed,
diagnosed
with
with clean cut.
what?
Yeah.
What?
You was diagnosed with clean
I was
cut.
diagnosed with some confidence. God damn it! That's what they diagnosed me with. Hey, but I like what
There was a question on the
you put it-
screen
no,
that
you
I
put it
did
back
want
up.
to.
He'll put it back
no,
up.
no.
I did want
no,
to address. I did want to address because
you.
reading
Women
it
have a
says.
role of importance.
Go ahead. You can read it.
Wait, because I don't have my glasses
Oh,
on.
I can read it.
eyelashes,
No, but the
not
camera's
eyeglasses.
I can
on
read
the
it.
camera.
The camera's in her way.
Well, you gonna read it.
Terry says women have a role of importance, but what if the two don't come to an agreement? Who has the last say?
Say,
Whatever
The head.
benefits the whole.
whole. Yes,
No, let
whatever.
her
But
speak.
no, that's the
Let
truth.
her
It's her book. She
that's-
wrote the book.
No, but that's
Kevin,
the
what-
truth.
You just
It's-
got a notebook. She
That's
wrote
still
the
the truth.
books.
No,
She wrote the book, but it's still the
she said
truth.
you gotta know.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
It's the long run.
Right.
Whatever benefits the relationship at the long run. A lot of times we look at the here and now. This is what benefits now.
That's not what we wanted
But
to hear.
but that's the truth.
Go ahead.
Because
Go ahead.
are we looking
That's
for
not what we want to
longevity
hear.
or are we looking for
To be
to
right.
be happy? Right,
Yeah.
to be happy right
Yeah.
now.
I just
That's where we all fail. We're looking at satisfaction right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I want to be satisfied right now
Yeah.
instead of going ahead and being disciplined,
Mhm.
being consistent for the long haul.
Mhm.
And so if you love somebody, if you truly have a relationship with somebody, you love them and it's for
Right.
the long haul, it won't be hard to go in and agree and compromise and see their point of view because
Right.
you love them
Yeah,
that
yeah.
much.
Like Trevor
And-
said,
and
love
you-
the hell out of them.
Love the hell out. They got a lot of hell going on in them.
Yeah.
It's incumbent upon you to love the hell out of them. So, if you know, if I know that at the end of this relationship, I don't have to be happy right now, but you do have to go to school. You're not gonna be happy right now, but I do have to go to work. We're not gonna be happy right now, but we still got to go to baseball practice. We still got to take the kids to cello practice or whatever else. We may not be happy right now, but later on, if we know this child is about to be an excellent cello player, going to be in the orchestra.
But I don't agree
if
with
I
that.
know my son about to go pro,
Nope.
if I know we're going to have a good, stable
Mm-mm.
foundation, if I know that God's job, mission, vision, and purpose for us as a collective is going to succeed, regardless of the speed bumps and the values that we go through,
Mm-mm.
you have a tendency to stick together.
She said
No.
no.
Yeah, I
No,
ain't
God
sure.
damn it.
Your perspective.
No.
I agree
Because-
with you.
Because
I agree with you,
because
Jamie.
Trevor, we
Yeah.
only have one life, and you
Right,
don't know
that's
when
it.
God gonna take you out.
Right.
You don't spend your life being unhappy for.
Whoa. I didn't say
Wait. That sounds like Dino.
Whoa.
But he did not-
Let her
but he did
finish.
not-
Let her finish.
But he did not. He said-
He said we're going through it. I mean,
let
if,
the
especially if
professional
you,
finish.
especially if you
Oh.
already been in a relationship.
Let's
Right.
you know what?
Don't cut
Go
me off
No, go ahead.
because don't. Canoe been telling you that 5 minutes and you ain't listening. Now you want to tell me let her finish? But no, and we both over here in agreement with you. So you can go ahead.
Yeah, no, I believe that in a relationship, men and women should be happy.
Mm-hmm.
And with life, with the relationship, and it's not gonna, you're not gonna always be happy. No, you're not gonna always be happy.
Oh.
Neither one of us, because we always gonna have our own insecurities.
That shit come and go.
You contradicting you.
For the most part, you still want to be happy in your relationships, in your marriages, and with life, period.
Right.
You got one life. Why spend it being miserable?
Right.
Can I share?
Yes.
I never said anything about being miserable.
I was unhappy too.
I never said anything about being unhappy.
Did he say that?
But if you
No,
go through some of the things that you were saying, that's just how it's received. I mean, I'm not ready. I'm not going to do that.
My apologies for looking at that.
What we're here to do.
Hold on.
No. Hold on.
To be here,
what
right?
we're here to do is to break the cycle.
Okay, let's break.
That's what we're here to do.
Okay, so
because we got a professional here, you all, and we're here to break the cycle of whatever toxicity you have in your past. She's willing to help you through it. Now we haven't got any calls in. I know y'all saving y'all money for a personal thing with
this tax season.
Jamie Kirk, but we you guys could call in and have your questions asked. I see a lot rolling up on the screen, but we want to, if you want to really talk to Jamie, the therapist, to get your relationship right.
But see, and
call in.
But see, that's one of the things right there is accountability. You may have some that's watching and say, "Oh, that's not me," saying that they're not that person.
Oh, speak to it.
Mm-hmm.
Speak to it, Kat.
And those are the main ones that need to be watching the show. And then once you watch it live, then go back and rewatch it again, because you have so many people. And I mean, I've heard women say that, well, what he see is what he get.
Yeah,
I'm not changing.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not about to run this race or this marathon. I already know this not going to be a 40-yard dash. This is going to be a marathon if I choose to stay in
Amen.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna share with y'all whether it be spirit. I'm gonna go from the spiritual to the practical. Study and show yourself approved, for one, and for two, cast your burdens onto me. Two, pray and fast. That's another one, right?
Mhm.
So here's the thing. Sacrifices must be made in order for something else to be redeemed.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, when we go to the gym as a man, no hurt, no big shirt, right? If you don't go to the gym, if you don't work out, if you don't diet, it ain't gonna go your way, right? True or true? Okay, so now, if you are disciplined or cast your burdens onto God or what have you, you're going to realize that, you know what, a sacrifice must be made in order for something else to be redeemed. God loves you so much that he takes the burden on for you. You better go to God before he got to come get you. If I don't give up this crack, if I don't give up this weed, if I don't give up this alcohol, if I don't give up cheating on my wife, if I don't give up this porn, if I don't give up having a work husband, if I don't give up making sure that all our bills are paid and I don't have to buy a purse.
Y'all got them. Y'all got them.
We getting smiles from the audience.
I got work husband, y'all.
We got smiles from the audience.
If you don't give up, I don't have to buy a purse. I don't have to go buy some new earrings. I don't have to go buy some brand new pumps. If you don't get that up, something else ain't gonna be redeemed. So right now, I may not be happy going to this gym, but when I come back and my wife see this 4-pack,
preach, brother.
when I go back and my wife say, "Baby, I didn't go get those Prada boots or shoes, but instead I made sure that the mortgage was paid." If I don't go ahead and say, "You know what, baby, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna lay off that cheeseburger and I'm gonna eat this salad." If your wife say, "You know what, I don't need to get my hair done, but instead I'm gonna wear a ponytail today," we saving money, making money, we growing and we prospering. I'm gonna go take that money and put it to a 401k, a 401c3, or whatever else.
Okay,
If you don't make a sacrifice,
Trevor.
if you don't make a sacrifice, when you make a sacrifice,
we
you
here
ain't happy.
for the
If you don't discipline
therapist,
yourself, if you don't discipline yourself,
wow.
look, if you ain't financially self-disciplined,
No, listen, Kanoom, because what he's saying
no,
is
no, I know, but we
no, but what he's saying is
I have a question.
if you're not financially self-disciplined, your finances will discipline you.
Yeah, we hear this every week. We hear this every week. But what I want to know from you, because you're the therapist, not Trevor, but I want to know from you, how do you recognize a self-saboteur, where a man or a woman why we're continuing in this relationship, but they continue to self-sabotage? How do you recognize that? I want to know from you.
People that constantly question what you do, even the good things that you do. If you give to them, they are questioning why you're giving it. People that expect what they're not willing to give. So they expect for you to communicate. They expect for you to be there. They expect for you to be supportive. But when it's time for them to be supportive, they kind of hold back. And it's not because they just don't want to be, it's because they're not there for themselves.
Or capable.
Yes. And
don't love themselves.
But so sometimes what we need to do is really look at our expectations of others. So sometimes our expectations of others are something that they're not even capable of achieving.
Of doing.
I agree.
Right. And so and that's what we were talking about vetting in relationships. You know, when we talk about vetting in relationship, let's talk about the first date. Because you get the first date.
Oh, we got a call.
Oh, we do have a call.
We have a call.
We got a call.
They want to talk to. Hey, tell us your name, question, or comment.
It's Terry.
What up, T-Mac, baby?
Terry.
Hello, Terry.
Go ahead, Terry.
Terry.
Go ahead, Terry.
I feel like I ain't get my question answered.
Okay.
Go ahead and ask it.
Reword it.
Go ahead and ask it.
And the question was, if you're in a not a relationship. I'll say you're married. Let's even go there. You're married, and both of you guys are not coming to the same agreement. You're thinking, I want to go left, or based on what I just feel, I think that, we need to make this decision and go left. And your husband is like, no, we need to go right. And you're like, well, I'm just telling you, I just feel like this would benefit us more. And he's like, well, no, based on, things that I'm looking at, I feel that this will benefit us more too. Now you guys you holding your ground, and he's holding his. Who makes the final decision?
Well, what is the goal of the relationship? Like, what do you want out of the relationship? Do you want to be right?
No. I said that in the chat. I said this was not about being right. This is the family decision. It has to do with some long-term, a long-term decision to be made. And you're thinking one way, he's thinking another, and he's saying that, hey, just within this marriage, I'm feeling that this would be the best decision for our family. And this is not about being right. It's the fact that in the household, I'm just because I'm going spiritual right now because I'm a Christian brother.
No.
If it goes
I think the right answer would be.
If it goes against the goal of the relationship, like if it goes against, and even spiritually, if it goes against the goal of the relationship, and God hasn't given you clarity of this, then you know what you need to do. Like, this is a conversation.
Just say the man has the final say. That's the correct answer.
But there's a fight. There's going to be a fight in that.
That is the correct answer.
In that. And so do you want to have that fight?
I'm telling you the correct answer. I know she's the therapist, but the correct answer, the man has the final say.
As a therapist, I never say divorce. I always say conversation and communication. You tell a person exactly what you want, what you need, and why you need it.
But At
Now,
some
either-
point,
now,
somebody
you know-
has to give in.
But no, they don't, because
Yeah,
either somebody's
compromise.
gonna do it or they're
They have to
not.
give in.
If the other person is not, how much compromising are you willing to do?
Yeah. And-
Because we keep saying, I'm not gonna live without, I'm not gonna settle for less. But we settle for less when we compromise and live a life unhappy, and we're still not getting our needs met. And that's the problems where vetting
That's
comes
unhappy.
in the beginning.
That's not
Because
You,
in
you
the
keep
beginning,
pointing at me. We gonna.
because I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm
No,
talking
you
to
keep
you.
pointing at me. We gonna have
Talk to
issues.
me.
Please talk to
Keep
him.
pointing at me. We gonna have issues,
Yeah,
y'all.
talk to him.
Keep pointing at me like.
No, because the heartbreaking thing of it is it's heartbreaking
He done
because
found a girlfriend.
we don't do the vetting in the beginning, and then we see that this person really isn't
Yeah.
our soulmate.
Yeah.
This person really isn't the person that I'm supposed to take to the next level, and they are really holding me back from where. And sometimes that letting go.
Because
It's the
you didn't want to
hardest
say yes.
part.
I concede
all because
to
in the
your authority.
all because in the beginning I didn't want to say no. This is not who I'm meant to be with. In the beginning,
God say no.
You know what?
Well, go on be
Okay,
with who you
God
think
say
you
no.
need to be
My
with.
thing is, what up,
Irvin,
B?
hold on.
No, I was gonna find it.
Hold on, we got
Try to
Irvin,
find
y'all.
better.
Hold on.
There is no.
Yeah. All right, hey
Yeah.
Terry, thanks for the
Hey,
call,
hey,
bro. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
No, Irv spoke a little earlier. I was
Irvin did?
yeah, he did in the text, but Keith didn't put him up. He said you not here, E,
he
so
said
he ain't giving
no.
you no put.
No,
Yeah. No,
he
it's a
calling
new
right now.
caller?
He calling right now.
Oh, somebody
okay.
calling.
Okay.
Oh, we getting the calls
Yeah.
here.
They waiting.
Please tell us your name, question, or comment. Caller.
Follow
Sorry,
him.
call
He's
back.
a
Call-
missing
oh.
guy.
Is that the-
I'm
oh,
not
no.
gonna say
Oh, there they go.
There they go.
There they go.
Hold
Here
on.
we go. Here we go.
Please tell us your name, question, or comment.
Don't
Caller.
get shy. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah, it's me. I was still trying. I was trying to get in, but y'all kept going.
oh,
Oh,
You
okay.
get your question in?
Go ahead. What was your? Tell us your final thoughts, Terry.
Yeah, so I just want to say this because it's something that she said that was important to why I believe that there's still conflict in a lot of relationships. And what
Mhm.
you said, because I said, when it comes down to the marriage, it's all love. I said
Mhm.
this is about a business decision. It's not about, this doesn't have to do with the fact if the love is strong within
Okay.
the relationship. This is making a business decision.
mhm.
And what you ended up saying to me, based on me saying, well, no, I feel we should go right. One of the things you said is, well, if God hasn't given you clarity, like, what are we doing? So when I heard that, I'm telling you right off the top of the dome, like, I believe that God has given me clarity to go right. So because I'm not agreeing with you, is that saying that God isn't giving me clarity?
No, that's not. That's just more so just do more research. Especially if this is a business thing and if God is giving you clarity on this part, then there's a lot of workshops. There's a lot of things that you need to educate your partner on so they can understand you when it comes to
No, but if
business.
I'm gonna step it. Go ahead, Terry. I was about to step in for you, brother, but go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, if I felt that I've already done the research that put me in the position of feeling that we should go right, what other research do I need to do?
Terry, go do it.
Hers.
You the man, go do it.
No.
Um,
No, but I'm
because
saying
it-
that- but I'm
because
trying
there's
to-
going to be
Hey,
a
hey,
conflict.
hey, she need to
Consider
fall
hers.
back, baby.
I'm trying to do it with you as my queen. So I mean,
Uh,
you tell me to just go do it. Now you
but-
tell me to go solo.
But
Just
no,
consider
because
hers. Don't discard
it's not just discard or consider her, because the thing is you see her as your queen, but she's not willing to communicate and compromise and see your side of it to see where it's going to benefit you in the long haul. That's where compromise come in. It's never for you to always give in. Compromise is not a one-sided thing. And so she needs to come in and see the greater good for the total goal. If she doesn't see it, then there, like I said, communication,
not in his
and probably
case, but-
therapy.
She doesn't see my side, then Nick say,
Well, don't listen to him. You're married.
Nick
You know what I'm
say,
saying? You
no.
already under the guy.
I said not. We're not with him. I know him, and I know their relationship, and I love them.
Yeah.
But I'm saying for me, Nick say, what other magic words can you say to get rid of the hoe? Because well, let me not say hoe.
The what?
Jezebel. She doesn't want to follow the rules of the land. Then
It's not even about following the rules of the land. It's about following the rules of the more experience, the more knowledge in that
I'm
area.
always that.
Okay.
I am.
We're gonna give him in the
Thanks.
fashion.
Thanks.
We're gonna give him in the fashion statement.
All right.
Yes.
Thanks,
Irvin got
Terry.
a comment.
So
Thank you, Terry.
I'll just end with this. I'll just end with this. With me and my wife, we've been married for 25 years.
25.
Love him.
A lot.
Love him.
Terry
Love
look
him
like
to
he's
death.
30.
Let him
Okay.
finish. Let him
Terry
finish.
look like he's 30.
That's my baby. And my thing is that I respect her opinion,
Mhm.
her input, everything. So definitely, I'm one of those that would come to the table and say, "Hey, what's your thoughts about this?" And we all write it down to what makes sense. There's times that she's right about things. There's times that I'm right. But if we're disagreeing in certain areas, to where it's like we're not coming to the table with a final agreement, and we have to make a decision, like, okay, we got to come to some type of conclusion here. She leans on me to make that decision to say, "Hey, babe, I'm trusting your judgment." That's how this goes.
Okay. No.
Amen.
After 20-something
Amen.
years of marriage, and if this is a continued issue, there's a reason why she doesn't trust you in this area. And maybe she doesn't
We're
feel
not saying
comfortable,
she
and
don't.
she's not feeling comfortable
She trusts
and really relaying it. Because if she did, she would just be like, "Okay, I trust you. Do it."
He might
But
not be
if they-
talking about himself, though.
He just said him and
Him and his wife. But even if it's not you, just say, hypothetically speaking, and so
All right.
if
She continue giving your answer, Terry. We got another caller.
Yeah, we're gonna take this
All
call.
right, thanks,
So-
bro.
That's it.
I appreciate you, bro. Grown men stand up.
Love yourself.
Caller,
Don't be in an unhealthy relationship with yourself.
state your name, your statement, or your comment. Hello.
Caller.
Yes.
There you are.
You're
Man,
on.
glad you made it.
We
Hello.
can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me? Because I feel like the other person is still talking.
Yeah, they going now.
No. You
It's
just
all
turn,
you. You're on
turn
the
off
line by
everything
yourself.
else. Just listen to us.
Just you.
Turn off everything else. Nothing else matters.
I'm calling. I agree with Kanoom, what he just said about
Damn.
Nick's the person. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we
Yes,
can hear
we
you.
hear you.
No, I said
Oh,
damn
okay.
because you were agreeing with
my
Canoe.
brother's
You
been
agree
going
with
through
Canoe.
a situation, and I've been walking with him through this forever. And he said some harsh things in anger out of continual rejection from his wife. And now she throws that back on him, like, because you yelled at me, now I feel differently about you. And he desperately wants it to work out and is willing to do anything, and a strong believer. So I was looking to God to do I really have grounds for divorce? But yeah, my question is, and in this situation, I was even if you give it a chance, how long do you wait? Because it's some people have told him, "Oh, you need to give her a chance to see that you're really different, and you won't have those harsh words or whatever."
Girl, bye.
When you get frustrated.
Girl, bye.
Well, we're gonna let Jamie talk first. Then I'm gonna give my 2 cents.
Yeah, because I'm kind of Canoe and was I try not to be too harsh and be "Oh my gosh, she is not willing."
So
to,
what's the
accept that you're different and
can
all
I ask
that.
you a question? What's your name again?
Sure, Lori.
Lori, how long have you been married?
Oh no, this is not
No,
me.
she said a friend.
This is somebody
I'm
else?
not married, but this is my brother who I've been walking through
Oh,
with
okay.
his marriage for
Oh, you need to have your brother call in.
close to a year.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah. You
And my
need to have.
brother's been married this is his second marriage, and he's been married for 8 years. Their second marriage. And talking about the vetting, at the beginning, she seemed
You don't like her.
was really wonderful after marriage. Now he's like, they're not on the same page on anything.
Wow.
So you don't like her.
Let me ask you,
No, it's not
is
that I
this
don't
your
like
older
her.
brother,
It's not
younger
that I don't
brother?
like her. I just don't think that she is. They're not equally yoked.
Right.
First
Ooh.
of all,
But that's
she's a
That's a
considers
powerful
herself
statement.
a Christian, but I mean they're not aligned on finances, kids,
okay.
nothing. They're not aligned on anything. And then he has gotten out of his frustration, has occasionally lashed out and said harsh words, and that has just quote destroyed her. And she is very like zero intimacy, nothing. And
Well,
You just putting it
that would be a
out.
cutoff right there. Zero
Okay.
intimacy, Laura.
Wait. Let me ask
It would be definitely a cutoff
Yes,
for me.
Go ahead.
Okay.
But we're gonna talk to the professional. Go ahead.
Laura, Laura?
Lori.
Is this
Lori,
Lori? Is this your older, younger brother?
he's 2 years older than me.
He's 2 years older. And my question is that how do you know so much of this?
Oh, I've walked with him through this for over a year. Like he is very open and he wants it to work out so much. So he shares
Everything with you.
Everything. So it sounds to me like your brother has no boundaries. And so when you have a lack of boundaries in a relationship, it will cause a lot of relationships within the partner. The family is too involved in the relationship.
No. That she has no idea. I'm not involved. He
need to let his balls
She's
drop.
asking. She's asking.
His balls need to drop.
She said she was involved. She's asking
in that
us.
regard. Absolutely not.
I think you need to tell your brother to let his let his sack drop a little bit, and he needs to become more of a confident male. It seems like he's simping a whole lot.
She's asking.
Okay, so so she's not involved. She's asking her. Okay, so your older
No,
brother.
I'm not.
Okay, so I had it all confused. Okay, so how does he communicate with you?
Just phone calls. Yeah.
Just
and
phone
he has
calls.
some male accountability partners that are Christians as well as him that he confides in as well.
All right.
It sounds
So,
like
wait, hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
He really wants to do the right thing.
Okay, so this is your older brother. How many siblings are you?
I have 4 siblings.
It's 4 siblings. Was your older?
I don't know what that has to do with it.
Was he the care provider? He took care of you guys?
Absolutely not.
So who did the care providing? Who took care of you guys? The sibling part.
Our parents.
No, the sibling part. Your siblings. You guys, you look out for each other. One person look out for more than the other.
Look up and talk to her.
No. All of us
yeah,
are
okay.
very close.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not looking for you. I'm going through my Rolodex. So I'm sorry. Say that again.
No, I get it.
I'm sorry. Can you say it again? And in the role playing, was he the big brother that took care of everyone, or the one that didn't?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, we're all like he wasn't the big. We have an older brother. No, we're all very close. It wasn't anyone that took on any sort of caretaker role at all.
Okay.
No, just close siblings. Yeah.
So he's your older brother, but he's not the oldest.
No, he's not the oldest, and he definitely was not a nothing.
No.
Just we're all like very close.
Lori.
Okay. So it just I look at that because it shows that those are the people pleasers. They don't want to upset people. They are trying to figure out how can I please everyone? How can I make everyone happy? And including myself, even just a little bit, without causing a ruckus.
No, that's not him at all. That's where like he's gotten super frustrated and had outbursts because of his frustration of his
Lori,
from his wife.
Lori, this is his wife. How long has he been married to her?
8 years.
They have any children?
No, but he totally is the provider.
That's the
of
people
her
pleasing.
2 children.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, so it's easily to step away.
It's the
Right.
people. It's the,
No,
right.
It is.
So,
I know. And
it's the
it's
people
just like, yeah,
pleasing.
how long do you?
Yeah,
he has been
at some
advised
point
by
you have
other
to
people.
Mhm.
you have to grow the confidence
I
that
want to tell him like just be done. She
Yes.
is not
But
gonna
see,
change
it's hard
Be
to
done.
be done. But it's hard
done.
to
I
be
know,
done
yeah, feelings
when
and-
you are a people
Okay.
pleaser. Not and it's not necessarily fully a negative thing,
He's
but when you're a
afraid
people
that he
pleaser
doesn't
and you
have
don't want to
grounds
be a
for divorce,
failure.
and according to God
Can I?
in the Bible, he's afraid that he doesn't
She-
have
you
grounds.
said
he's
that- you
called
said
by
that-
God to stick
You
it out.
you said she's holding out, right?
God
Right,
you
hold
talk
on.
about
You said she's holding out. She's withholding from him.
She okay.
That's a lot.
She
Either she is or she
Let-
isn't.
I want
has
and
in the
cut it off.
done her-
Grow some.
I
Yeah,
don't know how much
yeah.
I can
Grow
say.
up.
Right,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
that's-
saying. Like
yeah.
we don't have a lot of the truth in the relationship. We have a third party, and so we don't have the full aspect of what he's truly feeling in this relationship.
No man should be
And
going
see,
through that.
The problem,
Yeah.
the problem is a lot of
Okay,
men
that's
grow
what,
up.
That's what I think. He
but
just
a lot of
he
men-
doesn't feel like he's wondering if he has grounds for divorce biblically.
He does have grounds for divorce. If
Yeah,
she's
he,
withholding
right,
withholding,
he does. Well, just unreconcilable
if she's,
differences.
you know, I don't want to live
divorce.
in with a contentious woman.
My body belong to you, and your.
I don't
body
wanna
belong
live with
me.
her.
Yeah, but see,
Right.
when there's a lack of communication and there's a lack of connectiveness, you know, then
Right.
where does the relationship fall? And see, a lot of times when you have men in relationships, they're not going to give you everything because there's a stigma with men and emotions and expressing their emotions. So they're not going to give you all of what they're feeling. And that's something
He's
that
like
I've
a
learned. And so
woman.
that's why I
He's
don't
like a
pull
woman
out.
emotionally.
No, there it is.
We may think that, but there's still some part of him that he is not going to reveal to anyone. Because why?
Not to women.
Exactly. And we
Because
women,
y'all use it
and we
to your
women,
advantage.
right? And we
Y'all
women have,
use it to your advantage.
but we women have to recognize that and respect that. That we're never going to fully
Tell me
know
when that happens.
100%.
Tell me when that happens.
I understand
When
the
that happens,
outburst.
I'll sign up for it. The program.
I understand the outburst, but y'all better you better interview, do something before he gonna start bench pressing cars in a minute.
Right.
Shit, that
Right.
you
Anyway,
ain't
I don't
finna.
want to take up all your time. I just
Oh, it's too late. It's too late, Lori.
No, we good, Lori. We
No,
good.
I'm just playing. Please continue to watch the show. Thank you for calling
Thank you,
in.
Lori.
Tell your brother,
Come to Swank.
Jack off.
come to Swank.
We'll
No,
holler
I ain't
at
gonna
him.
tell
We'll
him to
holler
jack
at him.
off.
I ain't finna tell him. No. No.
I'm going to tell him, you know, just come to Swank. We're going to get him right.
Man,
His nuts going to drop, and he going to be the most confident man you ever been around.
Okay.
we have the exit.
We ain't dropping your nuts.
Right.
Yeah,
I won't be here.
we
for that one.
definitely want to thank.
We're not dropping your nuts.
You're not here next week. You want to try next week?
Actually, I will be here. I'm here. Actually, I'm here for a few
we
weeks.
might do it.
So
Make
if you hear
revisit.
March 30th, pull up on me at Sweet Rags. I'm having my book signing. So if you would like to purchase, I'm actually having a special on my books. You get both books, my memoir and my workbook, plus a backpack and some tacos. You cannot beat some
And where
LA
is that again?
tacos at Sweet Rags Sweet Wax Clothing on Sepulveda Boulevard.
So do y'all want to
Yeah, we
pick
got
this up
to, we
next
got to,
week?
we got to pick.
How do y'all feel? Huh? Hello?
I'm okay with it.
You cool?
His address,
You cool?
Cool with
Let's
what?
allow her to give her address. The
Now,
cost of the book.
No, she-
now you're doing too much because I don't know the address.
Right.
Sweet
But that's
Rags.
her. She know the name.
She gonna put it in the chat.
Listen, okay, no, let me.
She gonna put it in the
If I
chat.
do it too much, and she didn't do it now.
Right, no, let me.
don't know he gonna say
Trevor,
it.
She
now,
gonna
Trevor.
put it in the chat, y'all.
Why she?
Why she gonna tell you that? She flipped
No,
over.
Hey, don't attack our
I
guest,
pulled
Trevor.
up on them and they pulled up on me. You know what I'm saying?
Don't
I wasn't
attack our
ready. They
guest.
wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying?
Our
Hey,
guest, Trevor.
well,
Don't attack
we
her.
just we want to definitely thank everybody for tuning in. Those that comment, those that call. EP, we can't wait till you get back, bro. Safe travels.
But that's right now.
EP's comment was dope, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can pull it back up.
Thank you,
but,
everyone.
if he's following God, you basically if he is
Let God lead
following
you.
God, you should follow him.
He said, let
Exactly.
God, let
And
God
I'ma give you
use
that.
you
Yes.
and lead you.
EP dropped that mic right there.
Next
Yes.
next week, Spending policies will be right here. Y'all come on back. Tell a friend. Yeah, we're gonna bring her back.
I'll be back.
She'll be back. You heard it from her.
I'll be back.
I ain't gonna say the whole.
We may not agree, but she'll be back.
She'll be back. We agree on that.
She'll be back.
I love her regardless.
Yeah, we definitely.